going on, everybody? Mr. Thrasha here, and today's adventure brings us to the Canada Aviation and Space Museum. They're pounding some metal over here to my right. Quite the building. I have not been here since I was a kid, maybe 10. Yeah, I was probably 10 years old last time I was here. So we're gonna go check it out. Hope you're into space and aviation. Look at the size of this hangar over here. Hangar 18. Just upon entry, we see this giant armed forces plane hanging upside down. It's like when Iron Maiden does Aces High live. Have one of these hanging right above the stage. So you're standing right beneath it. You don't know how big it is. And there's a man in there. The pilot is in there. All right, we've gained entry. Look at the size of this. Actually rotates on the spot. It's the Silver Dart. The Silver Dart. The first powered airplane to ever fly in Canada. The sheer magnitude of this thing. Take a walk completely around this thing just to see the size of it. I like how it's rotating. Cool. Oh, there's gonna be a lot to see here today. We should get up inside this thing. This one up here is actually in the sky. I didn't think it'd be so much fun to actually walk around and see all this stuff. How you guys doing? How you guys doing in here? Not gonna respond, are you? This big beauty here is actually the Fokker. The epitome of First World War fighter plane development. Fokker DV2. The Fokker DV2. Holy fuck. Sopwith snipe. Average aircraft with an uncommon legacy. Got a bust here of William George Barker. William Barker of Dauphin, Manitoba. He's Canada's most decorated war veteran. First served with the Mounted Infantry in 1914, but transferred to the Royal Flying Corps 2 years later. Attained 50 aerial victories. Good job, sir. Done your duty. What you see here is a diorama depicting the homecoming. In 1940, a Canadian airman sees the plane he had been building before the war with different eyes, and this diorama depicts the difficulty veterans would face when returning to civilian life. And the little model fence is pretty cool. Look at that old rusty car. Gentleman here standing outside his vehicle with his dog, fixing his eyes on the plane there. Cool. Handmade propellers. Got the little shop set up there. Cool. The Junker JI. Thing has seen some stuff. First all metal aircraft to go into production. First flown in 1917, this aircraft had a metal structure. Wings and tail were covered in aluminum. Looking to rent a plane?
I am.
Got family fly day. Ottawa Aviation Adventures. Photocopier, scissors. Need to charge your cell phone?
Well, you got all the stuff, eh?
We got it all. Swing line stapler. Massive planes. Look at this one. Look at the gun on the front. That is awesome. Ready for war. Only surviving First World War multi-engine German airplane right here. This one here looks like can go on water. It's like something out of a 007 movie. It's the Blanca pacemaker. The Blanca pacemaker. Lightweight heavy lifter. I could just picture Roger Moore operating this thing. Look at this thing.
This is the same as the upside down thing with the entrance.
You riding it, Ryan?
Yeah, it's
You see, you want to see flowers?
Oh.
Take that, Mom. Take that, Dr. Terry Bowler.
Get a really good view of all the planes from up here. A good portion of them, anyway. You're not going to take off?
I think I'm missing an end.
Ooh. Yeah, I can step in. Could step in. Oh, wow. All right. Check it out.
Oh, German.
Built by the Russians, but
Okay, so it is Russian writing on it.
so it was the Soviets made airport
Ooh.
planes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super satisfying to like hit these buttons.
Hit these buttons. Oh. Oh. Is that ever satisfying? Ooh.
Yeah, like that, and then you launch the missile.
I think I can handle it. Look at this.
Oh no, we're going out of control. We're in a tailspin.
Oh, oh, oh. Look at this. We can watch UHF in here. UHF. When you move this one goes with it. So if you're driving with somebody, you could hit them in the nuts. Stop doing that. Oh. Don't keep your nuts too close. That says UHF here too. We got it all on UHF. You can handle that, Mr. Thrasha? I was just sitting in that CT-114 Tudor. It's a Tudor. A Tudor with a cockpit. Check it out, Ryan. What is that?
Looks like an airship of some kind.
It's the Ryan 100. Yeah. Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin. Me and Ryan are taken to the sky. See the swastika here on the Volksjager. Volksjager.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Never seen one of these up close either.
The engine's like on top.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. The Avro Lancaster. Oh. Someone tried to shoot it. There's a hole up there. Oh my God. It was all the way over there. I want to take that for a spin too, but it says, no climbing, please. Wow. It's probably the biggest plane in the place. Look at the size of the wheel. My God. It says the lover on the side, if you can make that out. And there's a hole there. It's the hole I was talking about. I don't know if you can make that out right in the front there. Absolutely enormous. The Avro Lancaster. Holy crap. Beneath it, the backbone of Bomber Command, is the most successful night bomber of the Second World War. Over here, got a cutout here of Wallace Rupert Turnbull. He lived from 1870 to 1954 and was Canada's first aeronautical engineer. First Canadian wind tunnel. He was from St. John, New Brunswick. Wallace Rupert Turnbull. This would be a picture of the Turnbull family home built in 1914 in Rothsay, New Brunswick. Workshops were adjacent to the house. It's a pretty cool little model there. What you're looking at in here is actually Mr. Turnbull in his laboratory circa 1920. And this here is an air vent. Has nothing to do with the museum in general. Something just to walk around this place and take a look at these. The camera probably doesn't do it justice as to how big this is. It's from all the way over there, all the way over there. Believe it or not, this image depicts the Haida story of how light came into the universe. As you see here, Raven is stealing the sun from the Sky Chief, who keeps the glowing sphere locked in a treasure box. Give me the sphere. Baby Yaga, Slavic folklore. The Baby Yaga is a common figure in Eastern European stories. She lives deep in the woods in a house that stands on two giant chicken legs. While she's often portrayed as a wicked witch, the Baby Yaga sometimes uses her magic to help those who show courage. Don't judge a book by its witchy face. Check me out. I'm in plain sight. Plain sight. I'm taken to the skies. Okay. All right. Over here we have the Stinson Reliant. From the front side, there's a lot of different artifacts and stuff up here. This guy's getting ready to take care of business, take to the skies. Check out, he's got his popcorn and his coffee. Crates of scotch and whiskey. You're gonna have a heck of a time up there. Can I come with? Can I come with? Get a better view from over here. This guy was bringing onto this plane some Rexall drugstore crates. Shredded wheat. Shredded wheat. Glass. Don't break it. Flying the summer bush. Give me some of that black and white Scotch whiskey. Just a little bit. Just a little taste. This one here is really interesting. It's the Curtis Seagull. Curtis Seagull. Seen in Brazil, 1925. The best light flying boat of its time. Based on the Model MF, a two-seat trainer developed for the US Navy during the First World War. Pretty cool finish on these seagulls. The Seagull, and only 15 of these were ever created. This is one of 15. How you doing? How goes the day? Not a bad place to work. Oh, you get sick of it? You get sick of it? Marc Levesque. You're French, huh? French? From Quebec? The size of this one. Get the tip on it. It's huge. Just riding on my little plane. Tell us something about the Avro Aero, Ryan. This giant.
I'm pretty sure this is the first plane that ever went supersonic and broke the sound barrier.
Wow. The emergency canopy opening over here. Pretty big. War jet here. These are all for ammunition, ammo boxes. These are barrels, so the guns are actually in there. Ooh. Avro machine gun pack. 757. So much to see here. What do you think of all these planes, Ryan?
I've flown them all.
You've flown them all.
In video games.
In video games. This plane here, the Fox Moth, designed in 1932 to fulfill urgent need for light commercial transport. It's the Circus Moth. More planes than the eye can see. No, literally, I can't even see them all from where I'm standing right now. This one was for Royal Mail, Canada Post Office. Another shot of that junker. I love old crates. Magic baking powder, pure and wholesome. Contains no alum. No alum in the magic baking powder. Some old snowshoes here. That old tractor, that old Samson. Over here, look at that old crate of Tilson's Premium Oats. I love old crates and stuff. Old rope. This is all in the back of this old classic automobile. It's a Ford 3-ton truck. This would have been on the market in probably 1925. Look at this big one here. I love the color to them too. Pretty cool. This one's actually got some napkins and stuff laid down with some stuff. Perhaps it was leaking. Unless maybe a child soiled himself there. This gentleman here is giving the aircraft a checkup. He works for Trans-Canada Airlines. Got some people's baggage here. Make sure she's in good working order, sir. Size of the propellers. Wow. This is a Curtiss V 1570 Conqueror engine. Conqueror. Taking a quick walk through the Hall of Astronauts. Well, they weren't all astronauts, but some were just shuttle challengers. Space Shuttle Discovery. Steve McLean. There's Chris Hadfield. We know Chris Hadfield. You haven't seen that Trailer Park Boys episode where they go to the NASA space station with him. Gotta check that out. Show you the names here.
Apparently Chris Hadfield's like the Canadian go-to and we need someone in space.
Yeah. Here he is again. In 2001. Handsome guy. He ends this little walk here as well. Looking a little bit older, 12 years after. Important to be in good shape if you go to space or plan on visiting the moon. This guy has a biomonitor shirt and headband. During his training, that's what he wears. So he's ready as he gets to outer space. Canadian all-star David St. Jacques has worn many hats. This is his spacesuit here. As it states there on his patch. A big spacesuit. In space. I'm in space. But this guy, he's my buddy. Love you, man. Love you. What would they eat in space? This is David's coffee mug from Star City.
It says shrimp curry and rice, mushroom and cheese risotto, tea delight with almonds and cranberries, bison chili.
Chili and risotto.
don't know what those are. Canadian cookies of some kind.
Chia Delight with almonds and cranberries.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds good. It doesn't look too appetizing.
Some broccoli au gratin. Au gratin. Oatmeal, raisins, and spice.
Hey, cool, look. Oh, it froze.
Oh, this is Chris right there. Chris
I'm
Hadfield.
gonna eat some spinach or something.
Look at him just having a ball. Probably high off his ass, eating in space.
Oh, that's how you do it? Oh, it fills it with water like that?
And he's ready for his snack. Oh man, how would you roll a joint in space? My God.
Yes.
Check this out, sleeping in space. You aren't gonna sleep on like a little bench like that. This whole chamber here, it's a padded cell. Wouldn't mind being in this type of padded cell. Got photographs, hand and therapy cream, comic books, stuffed animals, a blindfold for sleeping, and of course your laptop for all your entertainment needs. All your entertainment needs. Wow, the space station toilet. This is where they would defecate. Shooting stars of waste. All waste on the station, including poop, is stored in used cargo vessels. Once full, they release it into space. The vessels burn when they enter the Earth's atmosphere, so no one ever gets like poo in their face in space. That's what they would take a nice squeege on. Yeah. Nice music going on in here. She had a shower in space. He's brushing his teeth. Chris Hadfield, what are you doing up there? Just hanging around. These guys were jamming in space. This guitar right here. Didn't know Hadfield was a musician.
Oh my
Jesus Christ. Didn't know Hadfield played guitar.
Yes, M&Ms are allowed in space.
Good to know. Good to know.
Lay's potato chips.
You can't bring chips.
I think
to
The
space.
Simpsons taught us that. You're not allowed to bring Lay's.
Well, I hope they allow peanut butter. Thank God.
Shrimp?
Shrimp.
Shrimp is good.
Ding ding.
Orange juice.
Orange juice.
I'm skeptical.
It's pretty
I say
sticky.
No.
It's pretty sticky.
Yeah, no orange juice allowed.
We're smart. Whoa, look at this. Extravehicular mobility unit. You may know it as a spacesuit. Thing looks heavy. Just taking a peek off the balcony here. Better view of the planes. Planes, planes, and more planes. Another view of this thing. Actually hanging. One of those beams way up there, those metal beams. I'm guessing that thing has been in space. You are in space? Jelly. This is is actually the Alouette, Canada's first satellite to ever go to space, September 1962. She's a beaut. It's great. You can look at space all day, and if you get a little tired, they do have chairs for you to take a load off in. You get tired of looking at space. I don't know how anybody ever could. Entering this area here. Look at this. So here's a tetrahedral kite. Alexander Graham Bell invented the kite in 1902. Constructed many examples, such as this one, during the course of his research. If you weren't aware who Stuart Graham was, he lived from 1896 to 1976. He was the world's first commercial bush pilot. There he is, smoking a pipe. You could walk through here all the livelong day. Never get bored. It's the Beaver. Pretty cool plane here. That is a piece of heavy metal right there. Travel Air 2000, an unassuming aircraft and movie stand-in. In 1925, Walter Beach, Clyde Cessna, and Lloyd Stearman, future giants in aviation, formed the Travel Air Manufacturing Company. Active control technology. Looks like a little private jet. Whoa! Look at the size of this. McDonnell Douglas. CF-188. Or a CF-18. Whoa. A two-seat trainer. I'm just gonna show you the sheer immensity of this. Got the Jaguar on there. Oh my God. You walk right up to one of these things, you could have no idea how big it is, how small the cockpit is. They're pretty snug in there. Can spend quite a few hours a day coming around here reading every single fact about these planes. Of course, if I was to do that, that would make this like a 3-hour episode. So I'm not gonna do that. Whoa. Yeah, this catches the eye, huh? This'll turn your head. Whoa. That's a Canadian turbojet. Turbo. Never seen a turbojet up close. Now you have. This one here is pretty cool. From the Cold War, 1947 to 1989. Oh, you can walk up and take a look at this. This thing was nicknamed the Vampire. the vampire.
You got your radio pilot seat.
Yeah, it's interesting. You can come up these stairs, get closer shots of interior of the planes here. Look at this one. Front end section of a Lancaster. Think it's Amish? Whoa. The fairy swordfish. That's a good film too. Swordfish. I love Halle Berry. John Travolta's good too. Martin Machine Gun Touré. My God. Stuff makes me want to go to war.
On the back of this.
Get the guns on these. This is awesome. So much to see in here. You barely notice that right above you is a giant plane. Look at that wingspan. It's all the way to the left. Yeah, this is. Yeah, there's the back of it there. Unlike any other plane you can see in here. Holy. Huh. All the way over there. It's the human-powered snowbird. Me too. Sheer size of this Goodyear. 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 Looks like it's having a good year. Size of the propellers. The Douglas DC-3. That is a big one. That's your big boy. Goodyear, Goodyear. And look at this. It's a little Mr. Thrasha plane. Yes.
That'd be so cool to have one.
God damn right it would.
Probably only cost like $100,000, maybe $200,000.
Phil Rudd of AC/DC, the drummer of AC/DC, he flies planes for fun. Same with Dexter Holland of The Offspring, too. But Phil Rudd does a lot with airplanes. He's quite the pilot and quite the drummer. Early airplane propellers. The golden age of wooden propellers. 1910s to 1930s. Those are so big. One of these fell off the wall. Cut you in half. That'd be cool to see. Everything okay, sir? Got a variety of enormous gasoline engines in here. This is the Napier. Oh, that's big. Gas turbine. Beardmore. The Beardmore. Man must rise above the earth to the top of the atmosphere and beyond, for only thus will he fully understand the world in which he lives. That's about gonna do it from the Canadian Space and Aviation Museum. Love the look of this building, it's pretty cool. Actually got a copter taking off just back here. Please like, please subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe to let you know when a new episode goes up. Never know what you may be missing here on the Mr. Thrasha Show. Join me on Instagram or Twitter. Tell your friends. And we'll see you next time.